Hey guys, what's going on? It's MassiveJoes RAW review, and I'm coming to you from MassiveJoes.com. Awesome raw review for the viewers at home today on the newest protein formulation from our good friends at MusclePharm. It is, of course, Combat 100% Whey in the house. Let's get straight into it, show you guys exactly what's in it, tell you exactly what it's going to do. That nutritional information panel ain't gonna get it done. We're about to go balls deep in this here MusclePharm Combat 100% Whey. Luckily, we got ourselves a big ass nutritional information panel for the viewers at home. Dylan, go ahead and cut that panel up so the viewers at home can play along. Starting from the top, got yourself 30, depending, hold on a sec. I need to point this out just straight up because I don't want anybody to get confused or misled. Is depending on what flavor you go for in this MusclePharm Combat 100% Whey, the serving, the grams per serve change a little bit. The number of serves per tub change a little bit because the tubs are a certain weight. And that'll make more sense as I go through this, but I do kind of need to point that out straight up. Back to the panel. Starting from the top, serving size, depending on the flavor, is 1 scoop and it's 31 to 33 grams per scoop. Got yourself about, in this one of these 2-pound tubs, 27 to 29 serves in one of these 2-pound bitches. In the big tubs, 68 to 73 serves in one of these 5-pound bitches. In terms of what the grams are made up of, it is a protein powder, so of course we have to discuss the macros. Starting from the calories or the energy in each and every serve, you're talking between 120 to 130 calories per serve or per scoop. Breaking those down into the macros, if we start with protein, you're getting 25 grams per serve, so depending on the flavor, that's between 76 to 81% protein by weight. Your fat, you're talking about 1 to 1.5 grams of fat per serve, so 3 to 5% depending on the flavor, of which 0.5 grams or 1.5% of that is saturated. And your carbs, you're dealing with 2 to 3 grams, so 6 to 10% depending on the flavor, and all of them contain 1 gram of sugar, so about 3% sugar. In terms of what it's actually made up of, if we scroll down into the ingredients list, and we can check this out real quick, you're dealing with a blend of whey protein isolate and whey protein concentrate. The one thing that I do have to point out is MusclePharm don't actually tell us what type of whey protein isolate it is, so whether it's a micro-filtered, whether it's an ion exchange, we're not sure how the whey protein isolate is produced. We just know that it is whey protein isolate. So you're dealing with a blend of whey protein isolate and whey protein concentrate. Got yourself your natural and artificial flavors, so they use a combination of both natural and artificial flavors in this this Combat 100% Whey. They use a bunch of thickeners in there comprising cellulose gum, xanthan gum, and guar gum just to thicken the protein up a little bit so it's not like drinking milky flavored water. They use a bunch of artificial sweeteners, sucralose and Ace K are the 2 sweeteners of choice, and they also use a texturizer in the form of soy lecithin to give you a nice mouthfeel and texture. I do have to point out that they do not use artificial colors or dyes, so no artificial colors, no artificial dyes at all, and it is of course gluten-free. And the cool thing actually with this MusclePharm Combat 100% Whey, and you'll see this on the label straight up if we can get some zoom and focus action, is it's actually informed choice tick of approval, banned substance free. So every single batch of this this MusclePharm Combat 100% Whey is actually batch tested for banned substances, so they make sure that that there are no banned substances in there at all. Got yourself, as I've already mentioned, your artificial flavors, no artificial colors. And that's what's in it. So a very simple version of combat we're dealing with here, viewers at home. Much different to the original MusclePharm combat, and specifically different to MusclePharm combat sport. They've got a few different versions of combat now. Combat is pretty much what MusclePharm call their protein is combat, and then they kind of add different names on the end of it depending on what version of combat it is. But this 100% whey, as the name suggests, all of the protein is coming from whey, the blend of whey protein isolate and whey protein concentrate. And then really, you've just got bits and pieces in there to flavor it, thicken it, give it a nice mouthfeel and texture, and that's what you're dealing with. So a very simple, very clean nutritional information panel, which really is what we like to see with protein powders. In terms of how it tastes, how it mixes, comes in 5 flavors. Comes in strawberry, comes in one of my personal favorites, cookies and cream, comes in cappuccino, comes in vanilla, and of course comes in chocolate, which goes straight to the biceps. 5 flavors, 2 sizes. I had one of the tubs was our tub that we're going through here at MJHQ, and I believe here it is. It is the let me just grab that off the floor real quick. It is the cappuccino flavor is the open tub. As you can see, the seal has been taken off it. It's already been bro punched in. Infamous MassiveJoes taste and mixability test about to go down with this, I would go so far as to say, unique cappuccino flavor. There's not too many companies that do a cappuccino flavored whey protein at least. So, got to follow the directions, pretty much spot on. Directions suggested use by MusclePharm. Mix 1 scoop of Combat 100% whey in 8 to 12 fluid ounces of cold water. So I've gone smack bang in the middle. Got 10 ounces of cold water in my TMJ Elite Shaker, of course. Gonna take 1 scoop of this MusclePharm Combat 100% whey in the cappuccino flavor. And I'll tell you guys straight up, smells delicious. Gonna take 1 scoop right here. Throw this bitch in this bitch. Few flicks of the wrist. I'm gonna show you guys how it mixes. Kind of refresh my memory on how this cappuccino flavor tastes. All right, that's enough. I think you guys can get the idea from there. As you guys can see in my TMJ Apparel Elite Shaker, pretty damn well mixed. You do have a little bit of froth. That's not anything that we're not used to seeing with a pure whey protein powder, 100% whey protein powder. You don't have any clumps in there. There's no sinkers or floaters apart from that froth up the top. That being said, it is, of course, a protein powder. So I would go so far as to say blender ball is required. For this here MusclePharm Combat 100% whey, let me refresh my memory on how this cappuccino flavor tastes, man. Man, MusclePharm, I've got to say, I'm a big fan of MusclePharm flavors, in their protein powders in particular. Reason being is I generally like sweet protein flavors. And MusclePharm's protein flavors are generally towards the sweeter side of things. This Combat 100% whey is no exception. The chocolate is actually, the flavor they have is chocolate milk flavor, and it is really a sweet chocolate type flavor, sweet milk chocolate type flavor, which I think is absolutely delicious. The vanilla is like a vanilla ice cream, so once again, a sweet vanilla flavor. The strawberry is like a sweet strawberries and cream type flavor. The cookies and cream is, I would say, my personal favorite. The cookies and cream is amazing. It's got little bits of cookie pieces in there as well, which is just delicious. And then finally, this cappuccino, I have to say the cappuccino definitely is missing the coffee side. It's definitely not like a mocha cappuccino. It's a real sweet milk, cappuccino-based flavor. Don't get it twisted, there is definitely a hint of coffee in there, but it's not a strong coffee flavor at all. It's definitely towards like the more milky side of a cappuccino and definitely the sweeter milky side of the cappuccino. That being said, I mean, the flavors across the board, if you like sweet protein flavors, you are gonna love this MusclePharm Combat 100% Whey because they really do nail all their flavors and they are definitely on the sweeter side of the flavoring. If I had to rank the flavors, guys, I would definitely go cookies and cream #1, probably chocolate 2, then I would go mocha cappuccino 3, vanilla 4, strawberry 5. I'm not a big fan of fruity-based proteins myself, but that's how I'd rank them. But across the board, the flavors are, once again, MusclePharm have really come through the goods and really nailed all of those flavors. In terms of versatility of protein, so if you're the sort of person who doesn't want to drink their protein all the time, you want to mix it up, I've actually got the infamous MassiveJoes sludge test ready to go down here. So I've got a bowl with a teaspoon in there and some water. So I'm gonna take, let's go for like 3/4 of a scoop of the MusclePharm Combat 100% Whey. I'm just gonna mix this up for you guys here. Actually, I probably had a little bit too much water. Let me throw a bit more in there. I'm gonna mix it up for you guys here and just show you kind of how it sludges for those of you who are interested in a versatile whey protein powder that you can, you can make sludge with and then cook that sludge into pancakes and muffins and all that sort of stuff. So here you go. So you guys can check that out. Zoom and focus action, please. As a sludge, it's not bad at all. Like the texture of it from a sludging perspective is pretty damn good. It's not too thick. It doesn't clump up. It's a nice smooth kind of, you guys can see that. It's a nice smooth batter consistency. So it sludges reasonably well, especially for something that is just whey protein. I mean, there's no casein protein, there's no milk protein, there's none of those thicker proteins in there. Considering it's just WPI and WPC, it does really sludge quite well. The one thing that I have noticed is when you do consume it as a sludge, the sweetness of the flavors that I was talking to you guys about is a little bit overwhelming. It's a little bit overpowering when you're sludging it up. So, you know, drinking the mocha cappuccino is kind of sweet as it is. If I then go and take just a mouthful of this mocha cappuccino sludge real quick, it's really sweet. It hits you for 6 almost, the sweetness of those flavors. So the texture of the sludge is quite good. The flavor of the sludge is definitely really on the sweeter side. In terms of its versatility for cooking, it actually cooks pretty well as well. So you can take that sludge by itself and it'll make a protein pancake. You can microwave it, it'll make a muffin. If you add some carbs to it in the form of like a, quick oats or rolled oats or oat flour or anything like that, it actually cooks really, really well. And funnily enough, when you cook it, it almost kind of takes the edge off the sweetness of the flavors. And it's actually quite nice to eat as a muffin or a pancake or a waffle or however you want to cook it. So versatility, it's actually pretty damn good, especially considering the ingredients and considering the macros on it. In terms of the effects, I mean, no surprises here, guys. It's a lean protein powder. It's getting you 25 grams of protein per scoop. If you're taking 2 scoops, it's getting you 50 grams of protein. That's what it's designed to do, to supplement your daily protein intake. So you can use it as part of meals, you can use it post-workout in your post-workout shake. It's gonna help increase your protein intake. Couple of things that I do need to point out. Pretty much all of us here at MJHQ have used this particular Combat 100% Whey at some point in time. No one's reported any gastrointestinal issues, so it does digest fast, it digests easily, it doesn't cause stomach upset. That being said, no one here is lactose intolerant, and having whey protein concentrate in it, and because we don't know where the WPI comes from, and they haven't said that it's lactose free, there is gonna be some lactose in there. It's not gonna be a big amount. You're talking you know, probably 1 to 3 grams per scoop. So it's not a lot of lactose. But if you are lactose intolerant, you do need to keep that in mind, as it may cause you some gastrointestinal upset. But if you're not, I mean, we haven't experienced anything of that. So really no side effects apart from that. The final thing I will say is, in terms of value for money, you're looking at your 2-pound tubs. In the Australian market, $54.95, which is a damn good price for a 2-pound tub. And then your 5-pound tubs, you're looking at $99.95, which is about where it needs to be in terms of where the market is at. So it's very good value for money for a 100% whey protein isolate as well. So guys, if you're in the market for delicious, on the sweeter side, but delicious whey protein isolate, whey protein concentrate blend that not only can you drink, but you can sludge up and you can cook up and is quite versatile, digests easily, isn't going to cause you any gastrointestinal upset, you gotta go and give yourself some of this MusclePharm Combat 100% whey a shot. Guys, hit the subscribe button. Subscribe to our YouTube channel, man. Turn your post notifications on, both on your mobile and your desktop and PC. Guys, if you like this video, make sure you like this video. Throw down a comment. We get back to each and every one of them, and be sure to spread the love. Share this video around to spread the love on the MassiveJoes YouTube channel. And guys, that is MassiveJoes Raw review on the all-new MusclePharm Combat 100% whey in the house. And I'm coming to you from MassiveJoes.com.